Welcome everybody to another Matt Talk Shit Show. Yesterday, the settings on my camera weren't perfect and I did look like a zombie, but today I'm not like brains. So yeah, I don't look as dead and all ridiculous. The story I'm starting with today is a little disheartening to hear. One day after the tragic killing of the teacher in Leeds, 2 primary school pupils were arrested for trying to kill their teacher by spiking her drink with bleach. When I was in primary school, I played with Beyblades and Pokemon cards and normal things people in primary school should be doing. Not trying to kill my fucking teacher. Like, what are these kids doing nowadays? I just don't get it. Apparently they were part of a small gang in the class which called themselves the Mafia. Like, why would they have called themselves that unless influence from films they shouldn't see or games they shouldn't play? I don't get it, but unfortunately that happened. They've been arrested and there's an investigation going on as to why they wanted to kill their teachers. And I say teachers because there wasn't just one. Police found a note with 6 teachers' names on it. 6. It was like an orchestrated planning to kill 6 of their teachers. They're probably like really small. Like, how could you come up with that in primary school? These are either the spawn of a devil or they've not had a brilliant upbringing. Whatever it is, it just blows my mind to think little kids could try and kill their teacher. But that happened just after 2 girls aged 14 and 15 tried to stab their teacher. There was a knife in one of their bags, there was threatening behaviour. They've been arrested and released on bail since it's happened. But what's with this hate towards teachers? I mean, nobody likes their teachers when they're in school. We get that. Everybody gets that. But to kill them, all they're doing is doing their job, trying to give you an education so you don't end up like some moron who can't get a job and sitting on the job seekers like for the rest of her life. But yeah, it's just, I just don't get why kids are wanting to kill their teachers. It's ridiculously silly to me, and I hope things change because it's just not nice to hear when you read it in the news. The next story is a little bit of good, kind of with bad. Max Clifford, the guy who has been in court over the past God knows how many weeks regarding the sexual assaults against young women in the 70s and 80s. This man has no remorse for anything. He's still denying everything, no matter how much evidence has been presented to him. He was adamant to the day of sentencing that he was innocent. And on one BBC News video, it was like a live broadcast, the reporter was talking about the case, and Max Clifford decided to walk up behind him and mimic what he was doing and just kind of stand there. He'd just been found guilty of sexual assaults against young women. And I'm sorry, if you'd been convicted of anything in a court of law, you're not going to go outside and mimic the reporter who's commenting on it. It's just not something you would do. But this guy is completely no remorseful. It's just ridiculous. And he's got 8 years in prison. To me, I don't think it's long. I don't think that's enough time. You harm a young child or a young person in that way, it should be life, because it can ruin people's lives. And I seriously think he should have had a lot more than 8 years. The justice system is brilliant. In other news, Jeremy Clarkson's wife Frances has left him after 21 years and they are currently in the process of getting a divorce. That isn't the funny side of it. The funny side of it is to celebrate the fact that she was finally free and she'll be completely divorced and a single woman, she decided to go on holiday and get drunk with her best friend. I mean, nothing says insult to injury to Jeremy Clarkson other than, ha, your wife's left you and she was buggered off on holiday to celebrate. It's, I don't know, I'd say hats off to her. She's obviously wanting to do her own thing, and after recent events with Jeremy Clarkson and the whole racism thing that he's kind of denying but kind of not, he's apologised for, yeah, I think he's going down a very bad spiral at the moment. So let's see what happens to Top Gear and the BBC's decision on where to go with that. And my last story of today is just the definition of irony. Ozzy Osbourne has a barn on his land in his big, huge, massive house next to it, and he wants to convert it into a 2-bedroom house. Well, the planning permission's probably going to be turned down because there are bats, and they are the house brown long-eared bats, which are an endangered species. And because they are in this barn, he might not be able to, well, he's probably not going to be able to convert it because it's their home. Which is very ironic, since in 1982 Ozzy Osbourne bit off a bat's head live on stage. It's just the definition of complete irony. But thanks for watching today's show, and come back tomorrow for yet another Matt Talk Shit show. Remember, comment, like, subscribe if you want to, and tell me in the comment section what you liked about the show, what you didn't, what I could potentially improve on. Feedback is always welcome. But yeah, see you guys tomorrow.